Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would do a little updated makeup routine and also get ready with me because I'm going to a Christmas party, so I thought this would give you guys some inspo if you're looking for a little makeup routine to wear to any Christmas parties you have coming up or events. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my makeup. My kind of inspo for today's makeup is Sabrina Carpenter because I feel like she has like the perfect like frosty makeup look where it's like a lot of blush, very natural skin but like flawless looking, and like big lips and very glowy. So that is what I'm going for today. So we're gonna do our makeup together and have a little catch up, and yeah, I'm excited because I feel like I haven't put makeup on in like a few weeks, so I'm excited to look better than I do right now. So let's get started and start with my makeup. So the first thing I'm going to start with is actually my eyebrows. I feel like I have always started with my eyebrows my whole life. I don't really know why. I just feel like when you fill your eyebrows in, it kind of helps you know how heavy to do the rest of your makeup based on how heavy you're doing your eyebrows. I feel like Sabrina Carpenter has quite dark eyebrows compared to her hair colour, and obviously I'm brunette, so her makeup's going to look a bit different on me, but I'm gonna do slightly like more heavy eyebrows than I would normally do because I feel like it really works on her face. So I'm literally just going to fill them in with this Pixie eyebrow pencil. I love this one because it has a brow gel on the end, so I never lose my brow gel or spoolie because it's on the same thing as my brow gel. To do my brows, I mainly just line the underneath line of my eyebrow and then just kind of fill in a tiny bit on the top because I feel like it looks more natural if you just fill in the underneath of your eyebrow and then let the top of your eyebrow just kind of stay your natural shape. I do have a few little gaps as well, so I'm just gonna like fill those in. I'm not going to set my eyebrows right now because I'm going to wait because they're going to get a bit like messed up while I do the rest of my makeup, so I'm going to leave them for now. And now we're going to start on the base. Now I feel like I used to do my eyes first, like back in the day that's how I was kind of taught to do my makeup, but nowadays I always do my face because I like my eyelids to get like the right colour match of my foundation and stuff, so I always start with base. I'm going to start with some primer because I want my makeup to last all night because this makeup's got to last me. It's currently like 4 p.m. and it's got to last me till like 11 p.m. So I'm going to use this one, which is like silicone base from Huda Beauty. I feel like I don't always use makeup primer, like it just depends on if I'm wanting to make my makeup last. I will go through the effort of putting primer on, but I don't always do it. I feel like I do notice when I do use primer it does like fill in your pores and make your face look a little bit more smooth. I also dermaplaned my face earlier, like shaved my face to make sure it was nice and smooth because I feel like my makeup always goes on better if it's nice and smooth and doesn't have all the little peach fuzz on. So I feel like that is a great tip for if you're doing your makeup for like a special party or something. Always dermaplane your face if that's something that you like to do. Now I'm going to go with foundation. I feel like I always use the same products, but recently I got sent this product in PR and it's the Shiseido foundation, and normally I always use the L'Oreal like tinted serum foundation, and this is very similar formula except it's more coverage. So if I'm in a rush or if I'm going to an event where I want to have more makeup on, I will use this one because it is just really good coverage and I feel like it matches my skin colour very well. It's called the name of it is the Shrink-Grow Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation from Shiseido, and I've actually been applying it with a brush, which is something I have never done before. I've always applied my like liquid products with a beauty blender, but I really like the quickness of putting it on with a brush, and then I just go over the top with my beauty blender to make sure there's not any brush strokes, because that is one thing about using a brush. I've been using this one from Huda Beauty, which is like a really dense brush, so I just put it on the back of my hand, and then literally this foundation is so full coverage that one little drop will literally do my whole face of makeup. And I just like go around my whole face and buff it in. I do have a very big spot on my forehead, so I'm going to try and put a bit of foundation on that to cover it up. I have actually been trying out this new product because I was breaking out a lot, and I went to a dermatologist and they recommended me this like medical like cream that I've never used before, and I feel like growing up with acne I felt like I had tried everything and you know like all the antibiotic creams and things like Duac and stuff, but I've got this new cream and it's like I think it's like a type of retinol, and it actually has been making my skin so much better, but apparently it does like make your skin kind of like purge before it gets better. So I think that's what this big spot on in the middle of my head today is from my skin like purging a bit from this new acne medication. But actually it has been making my like forehead bumps really much smaller and my texture go away, so I'm actually very happy about how my skin is reacting to that. I'm just going to take this sponge. It's actually a new sponge, I've never used one of these marshmallow on display, but it's very big and fluffy. And I'm just going to blend that foundation in, because I feel like sometimes you do get a few brush strokes when you're using a brush with foundation. So I'm just going to pat that in to make it look a bit more natural. But as I said, I've literally put like half a pump of foundation on, and that's covered my whole face, and I feel like it's covered like all the redness. I also will need to like go down my neck a bit, because that is a step I always forget when it comes to my makeup, and then I'll get to where I'm going and be like, oh my gosh, I need to put loads of bronzer on my neck because my face does not match my neck. Okay, now my foundation's done, I'm going to go in with concealer. So I have two concealers. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me one, which I'm going to put under my eyes because this is like a lighter colour, just to brighten up under my eyes. And then I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Concealer on the rest of my face. This is in the colour 4N, which is more just like my actual shade match, and pop this on any spots I have or any redness. And I do like to let my concealer sit for a second before I carry on with the rest of my makeup. Just feel like it makes it a bit more like high coverage. It makes it stay on your face a little better. Okay, I'm just going to blend it in with this sponge. I do like this sponge, but I miss like having like a really pointed side like the Rosette Inks one has. I'm actually just going to put a tiny bit more foundation on top because I feel like I don't have the right amount of coverage I want, and I don't want to put more concealer on. So I'm just going to add a little bit more foundation over the top with my sponge. Okay, now I've done my base, I'm gonna set it with powder. I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty, just like plain white powder for under my eyes. This is actually so messy. This is the old packaging of the powder. I need to buy the new packaging, but I'm trying to use up this powder while there's still product in it. But honestly, every time I open it, powder goes everywhere. Like my whole room is covered in powder, so I'm just like putting this under my eyes and anywhere I want to brighten. Try to shove this without it going everywhere. Oh my god. While that powder is kind of baking, I'm going to set the rest of my face. I've actually found a new powder that I really love. I feel like I've been so used to just using translucent powders that don't have any coverage, and I bought this one from L'Oreal like just on a whim, and it's like a foundation powder, like it's actually got a lot of coverage. And I don't know why I stopped using foundation powders. Like I feel like back in the day I used to use the Bare Minerals one all the time when I was at school, and there was this Max Factor one that I used to use as well. And I feel like I just, ever since it's been like the clean girl makeup, I've stopped using foundation powders. But these are the best hack ever, because first of all, for touch-ups, if you're out and about and like your spot looks a bit red, or like your under eyes are looking a bit dark, you can just touch up with this rather than having to like put liquid on top of powder and it going all like separated on your face. And also, once you've like done your liquid makeup, if you're thinking like, oh god, it's not looking as flawless as I would like, you can just put more powder on, and honestly it doesn't look too powdery. And once you set with setting spray, you can't notice that like there's more layers of powder. So I'm just going to take this quite dense brush and set the rest of my face with this powder, and also it makes your makeup last so much longer as well, because you're putting another layer of coverage on. So if your makeup like sweats off in summer, this is also a really good product. And I'm just gonna kind of brush away that translucent powder with this powder, and then I'm gonna pop this powder in my bag when I go out, because it's the perfect one for touch-ups. I feel like Sabrina uses a lot of blush, bronzer and highlight, so we're gonna go quite heavy with these today. I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzer. This has been my go-to bronzer literally since I've been wearing makeup. Like I just go very heavy-handed with this. I'm just gonna put like quite a lot on, to be honest, because I'm going out in the evening, and also I know at this party I'm going to, there's going to be flash photography. I'm going to be quite heavy-handed with the bronzer, because I know that if I get any pictures I'm gonna look a bit washed out otherwise, and I have not fake tanned. So I'm gonna put quite a lot of bronzer on. This might look a bit crazy in real life, but to get a cute picture I think it's worth it. I'm also just going to pop it down my neck as well, so my neck matches. But yeah, I feel like Sabrina Carpenter normally looks very sun-kissed and tan, so I'm gonna match her by putting bronzer. I love putting bronzer on my nose. I feel like it makes it look a bit like tiny and cute. Okay, so I've put a lot of bronzer on, and now I'm also going to put a lot of blush on, because Sabrina obviously wears a lot of blush. I feel like that is what she is known for. So I'm going to use this one from NARS. This blush is basically like a baby kind of pink colour, almost a little bit corally. As I said, there's going to be flash photography at the event I'm going to, so I feel like I just need quite a lot of blush, even if it looks a bit crazy in person. I feel like having lots of blush looks very good, especially for the Sabrina vibe. And putting it on your nose as well, I feel like makes it look a bit more natural. Okay, blush is done. You may be thinking I look kind of crazy right now, and I probably kind of do, but it's fine, we're working with it. And now we're going to do highlighter. I feel like I stopped using highlighter for like years, and I've kind of rediscovered it, and I got this one from Benefit, and I used the tiniest brush. I think this is the best tip for highlighter. Do not go in with like a massive brush because it's just going to make your whole face look shimmery. You go in with the tiniest brush and do like a tiny bit of highlighter on your nose and on your cupid's bow and under your eyebrows. It's just the nicest little glow, especially for a Christmas party. You want that bit of glow, so I always do under my eyebrows, and then also in the inner corner of my eyes. Even if I don't have any eyeshadow on, I feel like putting some sparkle in your inner corner just looks really nice. And Sabrina definitely has a lot of highlighter on in that photo. Now for eyeshadow, I'm going to go quite plain because I feel like Sabrina mainly just wears like quite a lot of eyeliner, so I'm just going to go in with like a kind of bronzy shade in my crease, but really not add too much other eyeshadow. I might actually just put a tiny bit of shimmer on my lid just because I am going to a Christmas party. Okay, now my eyeshadow's done. I'm going to put quite a lot of eyeliner on. So I'm going to go in with a pencil eyeliner and do my waterline, and then I'm going to do a little wing because that's what she has in the picture. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible like gel pencil eyeliner because this one is one of the only eyeliners that lasts on me and does not like start crying if my eyes water. So I'm just going to put this in my tight line. In the picture it looks like she has a bit of white eyeliner on her bottom lashes, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of white pencil as well. I'm going to use the same L'Oreal gel one but in like a cream colour for underneath. Okay, now I'm going to do a wing with my Kat Von D tattoo liner. This is my favourite eyeliner ever. Also, it lasts so long. I've had this for like maybe 2 years, which I probably should get a new one, but I'm just going to draw on a little wing. Okay, my eyeliner is done. Now I'm actually going to do my lips because I like to do my setting spray before I do my mascara, but after I do my lips, I'm going to do my lips first and then we're going to do mascara and setting spray last. I feel like Sabrina has quite big lips, so I'm going to use the Rimmel Oh My Plump lip liner. This one's like really easy to overline your lips with, and I'm going to use it in the colour Cafe Latte. This has been like my favourite lip liner for ages. Okay, I've lined my lips and I just put on some clear gloss from Huda Beauty, and now I'm gonna do my setting spray because I like to do my setting spray before mascara, because sometimes if I'm like shutting my eyes to do setting spray then my mascara will go everywhere. So we're gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible one. This one is basically hairspray. It's very strong. I mean, I don't know if I would recommend using this every day because it's probably not that good for like your skin, but it literally locks your makeup in. Like this will last all night now, so I'm gonna spray this all over my face. Okay, now my makeup is set, I'm going to go in with mascara. I feel like for me, mascara is one of the most important steps because I put so many layers on and I feel like it makes the biggest difference to your makeup if you've got lots of mascara on. I'm going to use the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. This is probably one of my all-time favourite mascaras alongside with the L'Oreal Panoramic one, but I'm going to use this one today and just put lots and lots of layers on. Honestly, the difference that mascara makes to your face, I feel like it's like the biggest makeup transformation. Now that I've done my mascara, I almost forgot to set my eyebrows, so I'm going to set them with the little brow gel at the end of my brow pencil. And here is the finished makeup. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looks really cute. It's definitely very bronzy and glowy and like high coverage for me at least, because I feel like normally I do quite plain makeup. Gonna zhuzh up my hair a bit and then I'm ready to go for my Christmas party. I'm very excited. I hope this makeup lasts. I'm sure it will because that setting spray is honestly so good. I'm going to put a bit of like volume spray in my hair and then I'm ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, I hope you like my new little setup. I got this new chair. I don't know if you guys would have seen on my Instagram. But yeah, I thought this is a cute little cozy corner to film YouTube videos in. So let me know what you guys think. Also, apologies if the camera was going in and out of focus this video because I've had this new camera now for about 6 months and I still don't really know how to use it, so hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. But I will see you very soon for a new YouTube video. I try and post every few weeks on here, and then if you want more up-to-date content, make sure you're following on Instagram and TikTok. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.